Hi everyone, it's me, Jill Gillespie. I am back again for part 4 of our office desk yoga series. And so hopefully we are at this point used to kind of slowing down and taking some mental inventory as we move throughout our day. This practice will be a little short energy boost practice where sometimes you just are so sleepy that you just really need something to get your mind and body going again. And so this one will be a little bit more movement based, but again, we'll still stay in our chair, we'll stay at our desk, and you hopefully can practice it wherever you are, in whatever situation you're in. Whatever you're wearing is great. And so we'll always, like usual, start with our seated centering practice. Finding that neutral position in our chair again. Taking that break again if we feel like we've been sitting curled up and our shoulders up. Really taking that time to kind of systematically let your head out of your shoulders, let the shoulders come down. Let your feet come down to the earth. Really letting the feet root again. And here finding that place in the room that's not moving, that you can focus on, or maybe resting down your eyes. Allowing yourself a couple of big deep breaths. That'll already start to change the flow of energy within you. And so with this practice today, we'll get the heart up, our heart rate up a little bit, and just get a little pep at our station as we add breath and movement together. And so for this, you can continue staring at your desk, or you can turn and face another direction. We'll start to let our hands come down to our sides, really, again, rooting into our foundation, but also growing toward the ceiling. Finding that opposite action in our body of rooting and rising. And so we'll start to pair breath and movement. And so as you're ready, inhaling, reaching the arms up overhead, or as far up as you want to take them. You can bend at the elbow too and make goalpost arms. And then exhaling and bringing them down. And so continuing with that, inhaling up, exhaling down. And really, it can be any shape, just that lifting up, that exhaling down. Maybe elbows fly up. You might play with leading with your wrists, what it looks like to do that. Maybe out to the sides. And then exhaling, letting the hands come back to center, maybe rolling the shoulders out a little bit, shaking the wrists out. And now here, if you're able, you might back away from your desk just a little bit. And you might widen your stance and give yourself some room. And you might add a little bit of folding to this. And so options here, we can inhale and reach up. And then we can start to carefully lean ourselves forward, and you might rest your hands out on your desk like this, or you might come all the way down, don't hit your head on the desk, all the way down into a fold. And then from here, we'll start at the lowest part of our back, and we'll start to roll all the way up, letting the head be the last thing to come into the place, And then when we're ready, we'll inhale up again, and then we'll exhale, and we'll find that fold in whatever position fits your body today, or the clothes you're wearing, or the office you're in. And then rooting in and starting to curl up. And then when you're ready, one more. And then starting to curl back up again. And then this time when you're up, we'll reach the arms up overhead. And so again, the arms can be fully extended, or maybe your elbows are the ones lifting up, or maybe you're finding cactus arms. And we're going to stay in this upright arms position, whatever you choose, knowing that you can rest them down and just maintain energetic. Kind of lift out of your seat if your arms get tired or need another option here. And with our arms raised, we'll start to kind of tuck just a little bit in our hips to kind of draw and kind of roll our belly up into the chair a little bit more, and we'll root into our feet a little bit more. And so we have this kind of lift and support in the chair. And so we might start to play with lifting one foot and then setting it down, and then lifting the other foot and setting it down, and maybe playing with the position of your feet, maybe bringing them back closer to you. Just finding breath, holding those arms, keep staying energetically lifted in your torso. And then on the exhale, we're going to curl everything down into that fold. So we'll exhale, let the arms down, we'll let our torso down, our head down. Taking a couple of breaths. And we're going to turn that all into a big flow. And so we'll start to roll all the way up to seated. And then once we've made it to our seated position, we'll inhale, reach the arms up, and then we'll exhale, hold it here, and then we'll inhale, we'll gather up all of our energy, we'll lift up one foot, and we're going to hold and we're going to breathe. And then we're going to set that foot down, we're going to exhale, we're going to fold. Taking a couple of breaths in your folding shape. And then as you're ready, starting to inhale and curl back up. And then arms overhead, here. And then on the inhale, we'll pick up the other foot. So again, how can we root into the earth, protect our low back, support ourselves as we're lifting that leg and holding and breathing here. And then we'll exhale, we'll set the foot down, we'll come back into that fold. And then we'll inhale, we'll roll all the way up. And we'll soften here. Maybe taking a little bit of shoulder rolls here, any other wigglings that feel nice. And now we'll add a little bit of side flowing here, and so I will turn so you can see what I'm doing, but you can keep facing the desk or wherever you're looking here at this point. And so we'll start here, and we'll add on from our side bending that we did in our other practice. And so here we'll let the one arm come onto our armrest or into our lap, and then we'll let our hand inhale up overhead. And now we'll hold the side bend and we'll exhale down, inhale up. And so here my hand or my palm to my belly is reminding me to stay lifted up out of my hips, not dumping into my side, right? So where there's this energetic lift here. And then the next time the arm comes up and over, we'll hold the side bend again. And so you might rest that hand down And then what's going to happen is we're going to find that lift, so we're still in the side bend, but now this bottom hand is free. And then we'll start to serve it around in front of us. And so we'll start to pass it around and serve it out. And then we'll slide it back through and we'll serve it out. And so I'm exhaling in and through and then inhaling out and around. We'll do one more. And then we'll pause out here. And then we'll soften, we'll let everything come back through neutral. We'll sit up, we'll wiggle it out, and then we'll serve the other side. And so we'll let the other hand rest in our thigh, and we'll start with the side stretch here, finding that strong starting position, inhaling up, and then exhaling down. So here again, we're hanging on to the side stretch. And if it's not feeling great, you can sit a little bit more upright. You don't have to be in a really big bend if you don't want to be, okay? And then we'll inhale, we'll find our hold for this arm, which may be up, it may be resting down. And then the other hand will start to serve it. And so I'm going to exhale it through and then inhale it out. So be aware of your surroundings. Just finding that little bit of rotation, that little bit of stability in your core, a little bit of creativity for the mind. And then on your last time around, we'll hold the arm out. We'll hold whatever version of this bend we're in. Breathe. And then we'll come back through the center. We'll soften our arms down. We'll find some wiggles again here. And so now for this relaxation practice, I want to offer a little bit of a heart opening through our supported fish pose in our chair. And so this will be really good to have something like a rolled up coat or blanket, or even like a binder could even work. Something that's just, it's got enough substance, but not super heavy or just hard to use. But what you'll do is you'll arrange it kind of toward the top of your chair. And if you can slide up to a wall and lean your chair back to the wall, that might feel nice. But you'll have something under you that will kind of help kind of lift the chest here. And so I'm letting my seat come, like my butt come forward as I let my back kind of come back onto the support. And so depending on your support, you just kind of keep wiggling around in the chair and lean so like the middle of your rib cage between your shoulder blades is supported and lifted here, and you might even roll the shoulders back a little bit. And then your hands can rest palms up, maybe in your lap, on your armrest, maybe out on the out in the air. And so if you have a chair and a support, like mine happens to be able to catch my head here and I can rest my head on it. If you don't quite have that much support behind you, and this is not a comfortable place for your head to be, then you can tuck your chin. And if you don't have anything at this point that is supportive for this particular rest, you can find any gentle position in your chair where you're sitting and allowing yourself to relax and not necessarily holding yourself up anymore. Taking nice big deep breaths. Noticing if you're feeling any different now that you've added some movement and breath to your desk. I invite you to stay here for as long as you would like and are able to. And when it's time to come out, really carefully curling yourself off the supports. I like to initiate by tucking my chin. But you do that whenever you're ready. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.